is never in control. It's deeper than that, a true battle for the soul. What they want is to bring us to our knees, so my people got the life by any means. This is for those who know we all gon' die. It's set up that way by infinite time. Those who know to feel a change in the belly of the beast and the mental strength. This is for those who have the fallen angels, trying to find the way home. This is for everybody.
Everybody's like on stage. It's crazy, man. It's like a dream come true. It's like Oakland coming together for once.
I know.
It's just exciting. We live right down there over that gate.
I know.
Yeah. And it's like, but
there's shootings here
yeah,
almost every day.
It's not.
It's crazy.
Not the best community.
It's crazy.
It's okay.
It's crazy.
And it's sad. And I really wish I could help them. I really do.
It's a state of emergency. Everybody buckle down. You ain't got to like me, but I'm preaching from the mouth. So first things first, on behalf of all my ladies, I forever speak the truth, even if they call me crazy. Second to the dudes, let's set the record straight. I'm a lover, not a hater, but y'all sound so played. I am not your bitch. I am not your hoe. Don't wanna see your dick or hold your platinum or gold. Don't wanna bend over. Don't wanna touch myself. If you ugly, you ugly. That's not changed by wealth. Girls don't make you fine. No diamonds in the bezel. Cause ain't really sexy, know it's working with the devil. I'm flesh and blood. A woman with grace should never strike me out of anger or to put me in my place. What kind of do to you if you can't even be a man? There's no you without me, but you don't.
Patriarchy and what's happening with women, not always at the top of the agenda. And I think that when we can gather together and when these kinds of things can be organized, that it can expose people in the community who may not be exposed to how women are organizing and being activists. It is from women and within the queer, and transgender community that there are different things that get addressed.
I'm pretty sure a lot of us here were told that you'll never amount to anything, that you're nothing, excuse my language, but that you're a bitch or you're a whore. I'm pretty sure a lot of us were told that, but I just decided that I didn't want to believe those things anymore, and I started talking to myself a little bit differently.
That's right.
I started telling myself that I could do things.
That's right.
That I wasn't a bitch or a whore, and I didn't have to act that way.
Yeah.
That it was okay to set healthy boundaries and to not allow people to do things to me, to say no. I think what you guys are doing here today is an amazing event. I mean, come on now, we're in the hood of things, and you guys are in peace. I just saw somebody getting stomped off of his bike on my way here today, just about 4 blocks down.
Damn.
This is absolutely beautiful. This goes to show that we can live together in peace and harmony. We don't have to continue to fight us, because the battle is not between you and I. The battle is with the law, is what the battle is with government. The ones that continue to keep us oppressed, depressed. Our battle is with them. We need to stop fighting against one another.
I'm very honored to have a special guest now coming up to speak some truth. And so all of you get ready, because we have Emma who's going to come up here and tell us some things.
I'm here because I lost my son Isaac to violence. Isaac was gunned down August 28, 2008. That was the day I lost myself as well as my soul. This has been the worst feeling a parent could go through, and I wish this pain on no one. I would like to express that I'm very upset with our justice system. We have very few solved murders and no positive message for our youth. To me, it shows our community that we can murder someone and get away with it. I thought the justice system was designed to work for us and not against the people, but in most cases, it has been proven otherwise.
Government does not give a fuck about us out here, okay? So it's time for us to stand up and fight together. What we need to realize as community and as members of the community in our neighborhoods is that our violence is from the system. People are getting killed, yeah, there's black on black crime, there's white on white crime, there's hate crimes going on, but this violence is stemming from the system. It's not just occurring out of the clear blue. This government is trying to suppress us as people. It's my duty as a mother, as a parent, as a community member to stand up and fight back. I'm not scared. And we should not be scared as people to stand up and talk and fight back. The police should not be able to scare us into not helping each other. They should not be able to fuck the police. Okay, we should not let them scare us into our houses, into our neighborhoods, to not helping each other anymore. So if you love Oakland, you need to stand up. If you don't give a damn, then sit down. Sit down, get out the way. We need to occupy the courts, the prisons, the schools, the university campuses, the ports, the banks, the Capitol, the White House, every capitalistic institution that doesn't give people a fair chance in life. Otherwise, I love Occupy Oakland, I love Oakland, I love the community. Occupation Oakland!
I live at 616 Almanza Drive. I've had occupied Oakland at my home, my mother's home, my home, since Wednesday. You could come out and hang out because we ran the sheriffs off on Thursday the 12th because they came to my house thinking they were just going to take the locks off of my door. We fought them off, and I told them how good it felt to have people around me and surround me with their support.
We must remember is that all true revolution comes from love. Love of each other. Love for our children. Like, people don't go out and get murdered in the street because they want to take over a financial system. They go out for their children and for their families, right? And so they're soldiers of love too. I stand in solidarity with everybody all over the planet who is actively engaged in beautiful resistance, including right here at Oakland Occupy Patriarchy, right? Because so much of what is happening in the world too, right? We don't look at the way that it impacts women. Right? In our own communities where they're killing off young men, right? What happens is women step up and continue forward with the struggle.
We hear bullets all the time. Somebody's always getting shot near my house, right there at that corner where the little 5-year-old little baby got shot and killed at the taco wagon. People don't want to get involved, and when they hear the bullets, everybody want to stay inside and just be still. We're all fearful about helping or even to dial 911, because if you are the last person on the scene and that person happens to die, you could be in a lot of trouble. When the detectives come, they keep persuading you to try say something. You can't say something that you don't know about. And then one lady got shot in front of my home, and I remember the neighbors saying, everybody say, don't go out and help, you'll be in so much trouble. But I prayed, and then I did. I went and added, I dialed 911, and they stayed on the phone with me the whole time, and they told me that without my help, they would have amputated her leg.
Take a look around, everything is falling down, and I refuse to watch like a pretty girl who can't speak. Beautiful resistance when my phone hits the beat. No retreat, no surrender. Keep pieces of the sun for when it's cold in December. Let this bang on every street to wake the hearts of those still sleep. Let this bang on every street to wake the hearts of those. I belong to you, and you belong to me. We can't make it through what we're going through without each other. I belong to you, and you belong to me.
You know, when we heard about some of the treatment that happened, or really the mistreatment that happened to Oscar Grant when he was shot by the police, his friends were with him, and they were demanding that the police call the ambulance. And Officer Tony Peroni said, fuck that, we're not calling the ambulance. And that's exactly what he said, word for word. And so, you know, we know that that's kind of a thing that happens frequently in our communities. And so my sister Sharina and I, we put our heads together and we decided that we want to learn how we could do emergency first aid and help our people until 911 comes. Yeah! You want to put your hand on top of hers, and then she's going to slide her hand, and you're going to put the pressure on at that point. Yeah. And that's how you can swap people, because you may have to hold in the pressure for 30 minutes before the ambulance comes.
A lot of what we're talking about here is about violence that comes from the top, comes from the people in power, and then starts to work into all of us. And Cop watch is something that's really important to fight that fight.
Something important for the detention is that you do have to show your ID, but you don't have to talk to the police. If you're being detained, they do have the right to pat search you, but they don't have the right to like put their hands in their pockets or start looking through your things. And again, don't consent to a back search. So oftentimes what the police do is they don't even ask you. They see your backpack and they're like, all right, well, let me see this. Let me see what you got in here. So it's really important that if you find yourself in that situation, again, the key phrase is say, I do not consent to this. Because like Eddie was saying, if you say that you don't consent to it and it's an illegal search, if they do end up finding something in your backpack, then that can be thrown out as evidence. For actually being arrested, this means that the cops have a probable cause. And you have the right to know why you are being arrested. And this is really important. You need to ask why you're being arrested. And this is when they'll either give you a citation or they will take you into custody. So again, you do have the right to ask why you are being arrested, and again, don't say anything. You don't want to self-incriminate yourself. So really practice keeping silent when dealing with the police.
The resistance is happening all over the planet. It's beautiful to watch, right? Whether it's an Arab Spring, whether it's the Occupy movement, whether, whoever it is, we are in motion. We are understanding and becoming in tune with the fact that together, there's very little that we cannot accomplish. I love you. Resist on. Resist on. Put your fist in the sky. Resist on. Let me hear you say resist. Resist on. Resist. Resist on. You hear how beautiful you sound together? So I love you.
Keep crying, sisters keep sighing. The revolution's not a dream, we just stop trying. And we gon' have to change them.
I belong to you, and you belong to me. We can't make it through what we're going through